Lucky breaks Bright Star's rules to comfort Patty and is removed as the girls' coach. Coldwater takes his place, and we learn that he is in possession of the stolen compass. Meanwhile, Vito leaves for England to see his niece, Serra, play in the tournament. Lucky's been rejected by Grace, expelled from the college, and ignored by Aaliyah, who's just decoded the last verse of Mathena's roundelay. Coldwater uses outdated training methods on the girls, so Lucky gives Luther a walkie-talkie so he can still communicate with his team. Later, Vito arrives with the girls' relatives. Lucky finally has the support he needs.
Thanks for coming with me, but it'll only be a minute, Anne Mary. Just enough time to ask Mark to lend me that really cool book about King Arthur.
It was an excuse to take a walk, Beth. I couldn't stand studying anymore, and I wanted to surprise Julio.
How are things going with you two?
Amazingly well. Just the other day, he told me he can't stop thinking about me. Cute, huh?
Check out this beauty, bro.
Woo! And that slamming body. Ha! Hey, sweetie, what are you doing in the lion's den?
You don't understand what it's like to be off two wheels for so long when you're a biker. I've never left Hermanita in the garage for this long.
Forget about it, Carlos. Anyone who doesn't own a motorbike really wouldn't understand.
I got the wrong impression. Sorry. So, who's gonna come to Caerleon to support Vicky? Besides Phil, who'll obviously be there. But what about the rest of you spikers?
Sure. Yeah, Caerleon. Let's see. Well, at the time of the Roman Empire, there was a Presidium of the Second Legion of Augusta.
Second Legion of Augusta? Second Legion of Augusta?
No. It says that the legendary Camelot was probably around here, according to some scholars, like our Professor Ball.
Ta-da! Who am I?
Someone who lost his mind because he studied too much.
The ghetto's full of people like you. There's this one guy who always talks to a shopping cart.
Let me guess. A polo player?
Professor Ball when he imitates King Arthur?
Exactly, Beth. So, am I a good actor or what?
Guys, I'm sick and tired of all these stories about legions and knights and all this talk about Camelot or Caerleon or whatever it's called. You go and have fun, but I'm gonna have to pass.
Oh, come on. Look at this place, Julio.
Whatever.
I bet there's a long history of great performances there.
The people in the Second Legion of Augusta certainly had a very good time.
When they weren't fighting, they must have spent their time on leisure activities.
And the people of Caerleon still do. They have lots of contemporary sports. See how many sports there are in Caerleon? This might confirm that the Cauldron of Olympia is there. Don't you think?
And they have a festival. And they sell clothes. Oh, we can't miss this.
Well, you sure convinced me. I'm staying here.
And I'll just hang around to keep you company.
Exactly, Armand. A polo game. Considering what we have left to do, it's the last thing we needed.
It doesn't matter, Grace. It'll be a great chance for everybody to take their mind off of things. What about Lucky? Is he still persona non grata there?
I don't think so. Obviously, Coldwater will keep him away from the team until we leave. At least in Caerleon, he won't be able to lay down the law.
Caerleon? Is that where Vicky has to play?
Yes, why? Do you know the city?
There's a Roman amphitheater that's crucial to our research on the Cauldron of Olympia. I want everybody to go there, Grace. I can't tell you anything more right now. Forgive me.
But what could we possibly find so useful there? Souvenir shops? Armand, are you there?
I'm so sorry, Grace. Even talking about this on the phone could be dangerous. While in Greece, I discovered that someone is following every single move we make. Can I keep it?
Oh, do you know this man? A real snob. He asked not to be photographed with the staff. Ma!
Let me put it to you this way, Boyd. I didn't hear what you've just asked me, and you won't ask for this sort of thing ever again.
This is not a request, Lord Coldwater. It's a decision. I won't be a spy anymore, even if it means I'll be cut from the team.
You know, Boyd, there are more painful kinds of cuts than simply being removed from one's position as captain of a team. It would be in your best interest to come back here with useful information next time. Hello? Yes, I was waiting on your... No. Unfortunately, I don't have the anticipated results yet. But on the other hand, I discovered that the Viking compass may have been owned by the famous sailor St. Brendan. What? No, I assure you that I'm not, stalling. But excuse me. Well, what about Priscilla Gray, then? Did she discover any... No, my apologies. I wasn't trying to avoid... I understand, of course. By the end of the tournament, you'll have what you want, at any cost. Yes, obviously.
Hey, it's Boyd! Boyd! Hey, handsome. Didn't mean to scare you. What's up? I saw you, you know. You were in Coldwater's office.
Susan, you don't know how difficult it is for me to confess this, but...
Don't worry. Punishment is a hobby for him. What's the crime this time? A messy room? Late for practice? Grass stains on your rugby uniform?
The last one you said.
Gotcha. The grass is terrible around here. Anyway, I was looking for you so I could invite you to come to the polo game with me.
Polo?
That's right. You don't know. Do you remember that lesson me and the other Spike girls wanted to give Craig when we thought he was a spy?
Yeah, you told me you wanted to torture him.
Well, Coldwater found out at that secret hurdle competition we set up between Vicky and Craig, and he spilled the beans to old Redgrave. To avoid getting everyone punished, Vicky and Craig will now have to compete in the annual polo challenge in Caerleon.
Well, I'd like to come, but...
But you've been punished. Okay, I'll just have to tell you everything that happened later. Mwah. Anyway, I've got to be going. Professor Lawton gave us a ton of homework about Caerleon that's due tomorrow.
Huh?
Are you dedicating yourself to espionage now?
Hi, Priscilla. Not in the least interested in espionage. That's Coldwater, who...
Removed you from the team. I know everything. What a scatterbrain I am. Sorry, Lucky.
No, excuse me. I must have put my foot the wrong way, lost my balance, and...
Yes. That's what all you men say. This must be a difficult time for you. Forced off the team because of someone else's handiwork?
Well, actually, it was Coldwater who found an excuse to...
Don't try to bluff, Lucky. We should always be honest with each other. You paid the price, but Grace is the one who's constantly breaking protocol. All those unusual trips, as if it wasn't obvious that you've been looking for the Olympic cauldron. I could help you with that, you know. If only I was trusted by Grace and you.
It's not that we don't trust you, it's just that...
Are you talking me, Lucky?
No. I mean, yes, Luther. Wait a moment. We'll have to take this up at another time, okay?
Okay. Perhaps over dinner one evening.
Okay, old pal, I'm here. Where were we?
How do you want me to get there? Well, we only need the Jaguar step and then the Coldwater collection is complete.
And a 2, and a 1, and a 2. Come on, girl, show me your commitment.
What's going on, Vicky? Don't these exercises interest you?
Huh? I was thinking about this match coming up with Craig. Big mistake. I've never even played polo before.
But you're great on a horse. The rest of it is just hitting the ball and staying in the saddle.
This idle chit-chat has just cost you 20 extra laps around the track.
Grr. When do we have to meet with Lucky?
In the afternoon after class.
I hope he doesn't destroy us with even more...
If he does, well, at least it'll be more fun than these.
Make that 50 laps around the track.
I'm so sorry to see you in such a rush, Uncle Vito. It's all the time I could get off right now. But anyway, promise me that before you leave, we can have a pizza together, okay?
My goodness! You want me to order a pizza in England? Sweet Serra, only because you're my niece, all right?
Don't be silly. Today is my turn. My friend, if you don't go back to coaching those girls soon, you're going to waste away to skin and bones. He's got thousands of plans all the time, and he never gives up.
We know. He's always cooking up some kind of strategy to follow the girls.
Right. But at least I've become an expert in climbing trees. And I'm always on the lookout for alternative solutions.
What are you thinking about? You're going to give up volleyball to be a street cleaner?
Not me, Vito. You will.
Oh, can you believe this? He's making me work on my vacation as well.
Excuse me, Professor Ball.
Well, that's all right. You show great speed. I guess you just couldn't wait for the lesson to end.
On the contrary, we're just raring to study about Merlin and Morgana in contemporary literature.
I never had such passionate students. Never. I'm very moved. I didn't expect it.
Sometimes he's so serious.
Let's go.
And he's coming up on the right-hand side.
Well, well, well. The complete band of losers.
I suppose you have written permission for this excursion, Miss Robertson?
I've noticed you have a certain hostility towards us. Remember, you're supposed to be on our side.
Right, and we're a real team, Lord Coldwater.
He just stood there like a wax statue waiting to be put into a museum.
Act as if nothing's happening. At the next corner, turn into the forest, and don't ask any questions. Trust me.
Vito!
Good thing I didn't ask you to shout. Come on, follow me. Come on out, pal.
Air!
Lucky!
You could suffocate under all that dirt. I couldn't risk Coldwater seeing me. He'd immediately cry to Redgrave and...
Yeah, Dickens. You know, the guy who wrote all those Christmas carols.
My goodness! Coldwater must be really bad if you guys are giving me a welcoming party like this.
You're such a goofball.
You get to be the spiker. So what should we start with first? For now, this stays here with me. But first, let's have fun with a little dancing.
Yeah! Come on back, Coach. Let's shake up this more.
And now, the sock dance. There's a little ball inside.
Just like we saw Bethina do in Bath.
It's the poi dance, Susan, and it's a good way to get in shape for your squashes, and it'll improve your arm speed. Not to mention your shoulder joints, which is essential for someone who's about to play polo. Right, Vicky?
It'll be a disaster. I already know that. Luckily, my parents don't know anything about it.
I mentioned it to your father. We were just talking.
Huh?
Oh, Mamma Mia. I thought you liked having your father here to cheer you on. Don't you?
Take it easy, Vicky. I'm sure you're going to honor our team just like you do on the field. How much you want to bet? To prevent is better than to cure, Susan. Get up, elbows out, triceps, shoulders, and wrists. Work all of them. Go! Just like in polo, imagine you're lifting the ball and hit. Just like in volleyball. Lift and hit or lift and spike. Stop! That's enough for today. Coldwater is probably lying in wait for you back at the college. Better get going.
Good. Now it's your turn to carry me, right?
No chance. You weigh 3 times more than I do. That'd be suicide.
We don't have time to do everything, so we'll have to split into 2 groups. Beth and Anne Mary will come with me to visit the monuments in the city. And the other girls will go with Priscilla to support Vicky.
You may not like this, but in my opinion, Professor, we've lost her. She's way too tense.
Wouldn't be any better if I came with you to the Roman amphitheater?
No, Priscilla. Your presence as a representative of Evertown is essential during the polo match.
You're right. Lucky would feel so lonely in the stands. And where are the other Spikers?
They weren't interested in the trip. Lucky's positive that he may have found a way to convince them, though.
Now this is what I call living. Nice to get some fresh air, bro.
Slow down! Between the price of renting this thing and the fuel it guzzles, these toys can cost an arm and a leg. Those guys gotta be careful. This isn't a race.
Yeah, all right.
Hey!
Don't tell me you asked your dad to come all the way out here just to give you some encouragement.
And so it begins. The match between the local representative team and Bright Star College.
Come on, Vicky, come on, go.
If Camelot and King Arthur really existed, they would have been in a later era than the Romans, and the remains of his castle would be visible on top of these ruins.
I know, Beth. It doesn't make any sense. Sometimes I feel that Armand is too scared to reveal to me what he really knows about this matter.
Professor Lawton, are you going to loosen the reins at all on us today? It looks like there's a fantastic shop around here.
This is a hard-fought game. Now the host team is attempting to counterattack. Silvestri sends the ball to McGinn, who throws to the post. Unbelievable!
Oh.
Anne, what are you doing?
Nothing much. I'm just having fun making bumps grow on my head is all.
Let's go into the shop. Maybe they have some ice.
Can I help you? Do you have any ice?
What happened? Thank you.
Go, Vicky! All
right,
go!
The poi dance, Vicky! Remember the poi dance!
Look at this one, Anne. With your talent as a stylist, you could create an entire line of sportswear inspired by this.
Really? Do you think I actually have some talent? I mean, do you think I could create a sports uniform from these clothes?
Are you kidding? And if you did, they would be, I forget what you call it. What is it again? Stylin'. Yeah, totally stylin'. That's it for sure.
You know, maybe you're right. This'll work, Beth. Yeah, I can see it now. Thanks for believing in me.
Okay, girls, let's get going.
It looks like overtime is inevitable. But pay attention, the host team has just made an error.
Lift, spin, hit.
Huh? I knew you'd have a great game, Vicky.
Thanks, Professor. I have to say that Craig was a worthy competitor. Maybe he's not the spy we thought.
Do you really think that someone is spying on us? Why are you looking at me like that? No, don't tell me it's true. You even suspect me?
Where are the guys?
They'll be coming with Lucky by motorbike, naturally.
Looks like it's time for us to go, too. Wake up, Susan. We're going. Huh? You know you're laying on the altar of the goddess Nemesis. She might just put a curse on you.
Second Legion of Augusta. Second Legion of Augusta.
Well, are we going or not?
Holy cow! What a terrible musty smell. Ugh.
Susan learns that Boyd isn't the boy she thought he was. Along with her teammates, she discovers who really stole the Viking compass. Meanwhile, the Spikes must face the English team, but Lucky wants them to start training with paddles. Rowing champion Stephen Redgrave is on hand to lend moral support.